DoubleTree, Santa Claus. At face value, they may not sound like they have anything in common. However, they do have one commonality: the cookie. I'm Nick.
And I'm Abby.
And this is Cookie Care.
DoubleTree Sweet Spot. The DoubleTree company has been around for over 25 years, and one of the things that they like to do for their guests is give them a complimentary cookie. So in 2014, they decided that after they gave away their 300 millionth cookie, they were going to launch their Cookie Care campaign, in which they were going to spread the cookie love all year, both inside and outside the hotel, to various consumers such as travelers and business people.
In order to accomplish this, there was one overarching strategy: increase the brand's reputation via surprise. In order to do so, hotel employees at locations across the globe went across the street and gave out cookies for free to passerbyers just to get the brand recognition out there. On top of this, they also put 2 cookies in each hotel room before every guest arrived. Target audiences for this included primary customers, the media, as well as internal employees. The focus of primary customers was on their female population, as they made up roughly 56% of the business. For media, main outlets included CNN, ABC, and NBC that were targeted in order to get placements on those networks. For employees, the company wanted to see what employees thought of how the company was doing, how it was functioning, and what the brand reputation was internally. In order to benchmark this, there were 4 main goals that were set. They were to increase business and leisure travelers' consideration of DoubleTree by at least 2%, increase media placements and impressions, as well as generate consumer sweepstakes entries. On top of this, they wanted to garner participation from locations across the globe in order to get them involved in the Cookie Cares campaign.
In order to promote their campaign, the DoubleTree used various strategies. One of them is they created their own holiday called National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, in which they surprised the public in various locations with cookies. Some of these locations included New Zealand on their World Kindness Day, Wrigley Field, and downtown New York. Another thing they did was they got media coverage on shows such as Jimmy Kimmel Live and On Air with Ryan Seacrest. They also created a social media presence with their hashtag CookieCare on Twitter and Facebook. And finally, they also went to try and encourage different DoubleTree locations to host their own Cookie Care events.
In order to find out what would be most effective to get information out of consumers and employees, DoubleTree had to attack this problem via a survey. They sent a survey out to their current customers as well as passerbyers and internal employees in order to gather information from all 3 sources. Doing so revealed 3 conclusions: that the cookie was recognized and adored in all regions across the globe, regardless of customs; that it was an iconic symbol of trust and compassion in an industry that did not have any at the time, as well as that the cookie was a positive brand differentiator between DoubleTree and various other hotel chains. However, the most critical insight came from the employees, that the gift of giving was truly the greatest gift. Employees loved giving out the cookies to passerbyers and putting them in hotel rooms. In fact, it was a majority of the employees' favorite part of the job.
Overall, the DoubleTree was able to exceed their original goals. They were able to achieve their 2% increase in consumer consideration of the hotel. They were also able to double their media placements and media impressions. They were almost able to nearly double the consumer sweepstakes entries. But most of all, they were able to convince 110 DoubleTree locations to host their own Cookie Care events.
Throughout evaluating this PR campaign, one of the main ways we used to determine its success was to use their own goals as a benchmark. Seeing as DoubleTree was able to meet all 4 of their goals, we deemed the campaign to be a wild success, especially considering the 2 billion media placements across the globe. And it all started